Shalom. I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Yahawah been a true name of the Heavenly Father. YAHAWASHI been a true name of his only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations unto the elect of YAHAWAH, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And blessings and salutations unto you Akim out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, as well as you men, women, and children that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel, known as the Israelite foreigners. And just getting straight into it, this is the article from the Christian Broadcasting Network. And they're going into how next month, I'll put the article in the description box if you want to read it. I might get a couple paragraphs out of here as well, but the article will be in the description box. But it says, let's get into it. It says, Ring of Fire, solar eclipse coming soon. Last one until 2039. Here's where to watch. So they, the name that they've given it is a Ring of Fire, as you can see. This is in this picture, the reason why. And going into this paragraph, it says a solar eclipse occurs when the moon's orbit puts it between the earth and the sun, but does not completely block the face of the sun like a lunar eclipse. Because the moon is farther away from earth than on average, it appears smaller than the sun, creating a ring of fire, quote unquote, effect in the sky, according to NASA, right? Right here it tells you the different states that it'll be crossing. It says the path of the eclipse will cross 8 states. It says beginning in Oregon, the path will cross California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, NASA said. Even if you are not in the path of the eclipse, you will still be able to see a partial solar eclipse. If you don't get to see the Ring of Fire in person, the space agency will have a live stream available for all to view. Hey, what'd be crazy is they got some chariots. They gonna cut that feed. So it says the event on October 14th will be the last Ring of Fire to be seen in the U.S. until 2039, right? So they also have a precept down here, Luke 21, 25, and 28, which, I plan to get in a second. But I want to start at the beginning, okay? Start at the beginning. This is Genesis 1 and 14. It says, and the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And the powers made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. So through Yahawah, right, the angels, the powers, all right, known as the Elohim, they created, they pretty much created his idea that he had, which was have a light in the day, a greater light in the day, and a lesser light at night, as well as the stars. So these was created by the Heavenly Fathers for signs, seasons. Let me see, what else did it say? For days and years. All right. Man, it's in my bookmarks. I don't know why I keep going. But it also, getting a little bit more into the moon. It says, Ecclesiastes 43 and 6, he made the moon also to serve in her season for the declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreases in her perfection. The month is called after her name because the moon go through different phases, right? Salakia. The moon go through different phases. I can't remember all of them, but of course you got the new moon, you got the full moon, and then it's like the waxing Kivius and You know, or if I'm saying that correct. You know, it's different phases within the moon, though, right? It says the month is called after her name because once the new moon come in, that means that's the next month. Okay, the previous month is over, and you know, so it will be the new moon. It's like it'll be the new moon coming in, which will, you know, bring in a new month. Okay, which will also be a Sabbath. You know, a new moon Sabbath, right? It says increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven, the beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, and ornament giving light in the highest places of the Lord. At the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order and never faint in their watch. So his creations do what he created them to do. And he created these lights in the heavens to do what they're supposed to do. Give light during the day and light during the night and be signs. And be for signs and days and years and feasts. Okay. So what I want to do real quick. So this is what I had looked into, right? It says, can a lunar eclipse occur during a solar eclipse? No, not at all. It says solar eclipses only occur during a new moon. Lunar eclipses only occur during a full moon, right? So next month, we got the new moon coming in October 14th, right? Which will also be a solar eclipse. Now, 14 days after that, as it said, only a lunar eclipse can only occur during the full moon. It says the next lunar eclipse of 2023 will be a partial lunar eclipse on October 28th. So next month, we're going to have a new moon. Salakia. Well, there will be a new moon, but we're going to have a solar eclipse and then a partial lunar eclipse. Right. And of course, you know what next month is. This is Halloween, you know, nothing but demons and witches and warlocks, you know. And as it said, these are for signs, you know, these are for signs. So ain't no telling what could happen, you know, ain't no telling what could happen. Lord willing, you know, something goes down to where a big move is made. You know, because that'll just be one step closer for us getting out of this this hellhole, man. But nonetheless, hey, patience is virtue. You know, patience is virtue. Is just a beautiful thing. When I was like, man, it's both of them next month. So, hey, never know. Let me see. Okay. Precept. Salakia, I'm kind of all over the place because it was just kind of hitting one after another. And I was like, I got to do this lesson real quick for time catch up with me. So this is Luke 23 and 44. Oh, Salakia. I'm trying to get the one that they had brought out. I think it was 21. Was it 21? Yeah, Luke 21 and 25. So this is Luke 21 and 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Now, I wanted to bring this precept out because, like I said, Lord willing, something happens, but it's not like, oh, we got a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse in the same month, so to speak, you know, within 2 weeks, I would say, we got to get, nah, we know that there's certain prophecies that still has to come to pass before the Son of Man come in a cloud with power and great glory. All right. So, but as it said, our redemption do draweth nigh. Every day we get closer to the salvation of the elect, man. Lord willing, we be of that number. Okay. But these are just things that are going to be going on the earth. In the meantime, before the coming of the Son of Man, before Yahawashi returns, before the Lord come and redeems the elect. All right, you're going to see different signs as we have a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. You'll see within the stars, they have certain comets that be coming about. All right, the moon, I think, what was it, August? I think you had, I forget what they call it, like a super blue moon or something to that effect. They got different names for the different moons that be coming about, because some moons be certain colors, some moons be brighter than others, some moons appear closer to the earth. This is all the workings of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, man. All right. So I want to get two more precepts. Because as the Lord said, here, let me get that just so I can, have the proper wording. Verse 10, it says, at the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order and never faint in their watch. Meaning they're going to be forever, man. All right. Because Esau done certain things to where he's tried to take the moon out, take the sun out, shooting things at it, or trying to inhabit the moon and all of that. And at the end of the day, this is what it comes down to. Jeremiah 31 and 35, it says, thus saith Yahawah, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof, Salakia, when the waves thereof roar. Yahawah of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, meaning the moon, the sun, and the stars, saith Yahawah, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So if something happens to the moon or the sun or the stars, where they're no longer shining or doing what he commanded them or ordained them to do, then he would do away with the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He would do away with us, Says, thus said Yahawah in verse 37, if heaven above can be measured and the foundation of the earth searched out beneath, that's why they have their space stations and their space shuttles trying to search out the heavens, and the foundation of the earth searched beneath, they have their submarines and their different, underwater pods that they try to search out the waters and search out beneath. I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, said the Lord Yahawah. So he pretty much saying, if they can search out the heavens and search out the earth, search out beneath, the earth beneath, then he would do away with us. He won't forgive us. We won't receive the grace. We won't see the new covenant, all of that. Because at the end of the day, that's what they're trying to do, is get rid of us, because we have their blessing that they gave to us, going back to their forefather Esau, Edom. All right. So we're going to end it on this. All right. Just showing, the power of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, man. And at the end of the day, why he's omnipotent and he does what he want to do, What was it? Luke 23 and 44. All right, so we'll just go to 43. It says, and Yahawashi said unto him, verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. Speaking about the two men that was being crucified with him, and one was shown grace and the other wasn't. Verse 44, it says, and it was about the 6th hour, which would be about noon, and there was a darkness over all the earth until the 9th hour, which was be, about 3 p.m. And the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was rent in the midst thereof. Right? So going into the commentaries real quick. Actually, I took a screenshot of it. Okay, maybe I didn't. I got to find which one it was. David. Salaki, and bear with me. BAHASHAM. Khan. So this is David Gusick. And it says, there was a darkness over all the earth until the 9th hour. The remarkable darkness all over the earth showed the agony of creation itself and the Creator's suffering. Origin, Contrasosis, and Eusebius quote words from Phlegon, a Roman historian, in which he makes mention of an extraordinary solar eclipse as well as of an earthquake about the time of the crucifixion. Right? It says a Roman historian named Phlegon wrote, in the 4th year of the 202nd Olympiad, there was an extraordinary eclipse of the sun, and the 6th hour, the day turned into dark night, so that the stars in heaven were seen, and there was an earthquake, right? Which the earthquake you read in Matthew's 27th chapter speaks about the earth did quake. It says the crucifixion took place during Passover season, and Passover is always held at a full moon. Reason being because it's the first month and the 14th day, right? The 14th day is 2 weeks after the first of the month. So that's 2 weeks after the new moon, which it will be a full moon, right? It says a natural eclipse of the sun is impossible during a full moon. So there you have it, man. YAHAWASHI does what he wants. Okay. And I do, agree with what it said at the beginning. He was showing his suffering. He's seeing, his beloved son being crucified. Of course, he put him through those things and know what he had to go through. But like I said, and that's, it said a natural eclipse of the sun is impossible during a full moon, because the Lord does what he. Oh, one more. Salaki, I said we was ending it. Where is it at? See if it'll come up like that. Man. Summer's down. I would definitely rather read it. I can't remember where it's at though. I'm gonna just Google it. Joshua 10 and 13. It says, come on. I was verse 13. This is Joshua 10 and 12. It says, then spake Joshua to the Lord Yahawah in the day when the Most High delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven and hasted not to go down about a whole day. Now, this is the actual book of Jasher, you know, not what some people put their hands on today that pretty much don't coincide with the scriptures. It says, and there was no day like that before it or after it, that the Lord Yahawah hearkened unto the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for Israel. And Joshua returned, and all Israel with him, unto the camp of Gilgal. And that, hey, the Heavenly Father, man, that's why prayer is important. You know, asking the Lord for what we need, because the Heavenly Father listens, man. You know, as long as you're not praying amiss and praying in doubt and wavering, and that's what the Heavenly Father is there for, man. All right. Hey, so Lord willing, you was edified. Salakia, once again, that it was kind of, you know, rushed and all over the place. But next month, there will be a solar eclipse on October 14th, and there will be a partial lunar eclipse, you know, according to them, on October 28th. All right. And once again, I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone once again. Blessings, salutations to you, Akim, after knowing this truth across the four corners of the earth, as well as you men, women, and children that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel. Shalom.